whoever is listening, guys, welcome back. My name is Grayson Mann. Welcome back to the Man with the Plan podcast. This is episode 96. We are 4 episodes away from episode 100, which I promise you guys will be special for sure. And speaking of things that I'm really excited for today, I'm bringing in the generation of the sports talent, of the sports industry, and Tyler Hartig. He formerly hosted a YouTube show, Sports Talk with Tyler. Unfortunately, it got taken down, but he is bringing it back based on what I've heard. So you guys definitely need to check that out. This is almost a preview in a way for his channel and what he's planning on doing. Bright future, doing it where you're doing at such a young age, man. I wish I was as driven as you when I was that young. Like I had several different career options. I was like, I wanted to be a weatherman. I wanted to be a pilot. So you've got it all figured out, man. So we're just going to get right into it. I can see the Panthers banner in the background. So let's just get right into that news today with Sam Darnold. I just want to get your take on that. What you or not Sam Darnold, Baker Mayfield. What do you eventually thought with that? Do you think that he's going to be the day one starter? Just as a Panthers fan, what's your perspective on that?
I really don't know. I feel like that he'll need to learn the Panthers playbook right away because preseason's coming up. We'll see if he'll start this year. But at the same time, we just drafted a QB and Matt Corral, and then we got Sam Darnold, so you never know who's going to start next year.
Yeah, Baker Mayfield's a big personality. So what he'll bring to Carolina is certainly some excitement, certainly some watch time for sure. Is there a bold prediction that you have with that quarterback room? Do you have a idea? Would you like to see a certain quarterback start first? And then, because the Browns do play the Panthers, so I'd love to potentially see a revenge game kind of expand on that. So what were your thoughts potentially on that?
I was really hoping that Matt Corral would start, but now I'm thinking that Baker will probably start.
Yeah, I love Matt Corral out of Ole Miss. He's got a lot of talent, and I think that the Panthers could really use him. So we'll see if this is just a one-year rental type thing with Mayfield. Maybe Darnold surprises us and doesn't throw multiple interceptions against the Patriots. We'll see. Sorry, I had to get that in there. But as a Panthers fan, do you have anything that you want to add on the team? Anything that you're looking forward to for sure?
Not really. Just hoping that we can beat the Buccaneers this year.
Oh, beat Tom Brady in his last year? Any bold predictions on that?
Not really, but I think it would probably be his last year.
Yeah. Hey, the Panthers are building something, man. I'm excited about them. I really am. So something that we initially were going to talk about was this situation with Kevin Durant and just the NBA as a whole is blown up, especially with free agency. There's a lot going on. Do you have any ideas or thoughts? Because this Durant situation is pretty unprecedented. I think the Nets are asking for the biggest trade package of all time. Do you think they'll potentially get that, or do you maybe think Durant will suit up as a Net next year?
I think he'll suit up on another team next year. I think he'll probably either go to the Suns or the Heat.
Sons of the Heat. Where would you like to see him out of those two? Where do you think he's the right fit?
I would love to see him in a Heat uniform because I hate the Suns.
Are you a Heat fan, Tyler?
No, I'm a Lakers fan.
You're a Lakers fan. Oh no. What if he went to the Lakers? Wouldn't you like that?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I do have to ask then, since I do see the Lakers stuff in the background now that you've pointed it out to me. Are you a big fan of Russell Westbrook, or do you think he needs to get out of town?
If we get Kyrie back.
Think that'll happen?
Yeah. I've heard a lot of stuff about that going on right now.
Oh, I think that could really work with LeBron, because Kyrie's done a lot of growing up too on his own, and they've been when they work together, they work very well. So that could really work for the Lakers, because they definitely need some shooters. And I don't think the Lakers need another year of Westbrook, or if you want to use Westbrook potentially. I don't know if you're subscribed to that whole phrase there, but any other things on the Lakers that you're excited about or looking forward to with LeBron?
Not really. I'm just kind of looking forward to seeing how the team does with these new additions this year.
Yeah, I got you. Really excited about that. I do have a couple of questions on just some other personal stuff for you. What really got you interested in doing all this stuff at such a young age? Because like I mentioned at the start of this, you are driven, man. Like, you've got your own setup, you've got a whole, like, the sound quality is great, everything like that. Like, if I was as driven as you are right now. It's at your age. I can't even imagine. So what got you interested in it? Maybe it was a sports team that you were just like, man, I really want to talk about them. Maybe it was the Braves. Maybe it was something like that. What got you started in this kind of field?
I got started in this type of field from watching like the Panthers play, and I just wanted to start my own YouTube channel. And we started out with the Panthers video, and ever since then, just wanted to keep on doing it.
Yeah, I really was impressed when I watched your videos, man. Just how you conduct yourself, your points. You got the Braves. This guy called the World Series, so the Braves were going to take the W, and they did for sure. And I'm sure you're very excited about that. If you had to pick maybe a player or a commentator, who would you say is your sports hero?
My favorite player is easily LeBron. He's probably
LeBron.
my sports hero, and my favorite commentator is probably Stephen A. Smith.
Uh, Stephen A is great. Is there a specific time that you got hooked on what he was saying, or were you watching him one day? You're like, this guy's awesome. Because I love Stephen A. Smith, the energy that he brings. Just like he's not afraid to just speak his mind, and that's something we don't get as much within this industry anymore.
I just love his personality.
Mm-hmm. He's just like, oh, you say something he doesn't like, and he'll get after you for it for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see the argument that he had with Mad Dog when he first came on First Take, and they were just barking at each other? It was great. Oh my goodness.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Is that your favorite sports show, First Take?
Probably not.
Probably not.
It's probably Sports Center.
Sports Center. I mean, you got to go with the classic for sure. Sports Center is the way to go, I would think. All right. We talked about sports commentary. We talked about some stuff. Tyler, do you have any bold predictions for? You can talk about the Braves. We can talk some baseball for a bit. Do you have a early World Series prediction for my audience? Maybe you've got a surprise pick. Maybe it's not the Yankees like everyone's thinking.
I have the Yankees, and this one's probably gonna surprise people, but I think the Braves will end the season and get back in it. But I had the Yankees winning it in 7 games.
The Yankees, they're doing something crazy, Tyler. Do you want to? My audience, we don't really talk a lot of baseball in here, so do you want to potentially elaborate on why those two teams are going to end up in the World Series at the very end?
I just think how the Yankees are playing, they're going to keep their streak going. I feel like they're going to end the season really, really good. And then it's just not going to be really any competition for them in the playoffs. And then the Braves, I just feel how they've done in the late season, they're just going to do that again.
And they're going to go on a run.
Yeah.
They'll just rinse and repeat their World Series run. Hopefully, prove you wrong, because you're a Braves fan, aren't you? Right?
No, I'm a Cardinals fan.
Cardinals. Okay, I did not know that about you. That's interesting. What made you a Cardinals fan?
Ever since I've been watching Paul Goldschmidt my whole life and Yadier Molina, so ever since that happened, I've liked the Cardinals.
And I do have to pick your brain on baseball. I do want to get your take on two teams because my college roommate is a Mets fan, big time. Like big time. I just want to hear what you have to say about that. And then I do want to hear what you have to say about my Red Sox, because they struggled a little bit to start the year, but they're starting to pick it back up. But I don't know if they're going to be able to catch up to a team like the Yankees, because they're doing something that I haven't seen before in baseball, especially this early on. So I just wanted to maybe tell us, your audience, maybe you can, his name's Matt. So if you're listening, man, this guy's the expert on baseball, and will probably put your Yankees in their place. Or not the Yankees, the Mets.
Well, I just think the Mets will win in the division, but I feel like they're going to have tough competition in their division with the Braves and the Phillies right there on their tail. And then the Marlins, I think they also have a shot to. I think every single team in that division has a chance at winning it this year.
Interesting. It's kind of like the NFC East, really, that like any team at any given year could win it.
Yeah, but at the same time, I just feel like the Mets are easily the best team in that division with Max Scherzer, Jacob deGrom, and the rest of their pitchers they have. I just feel like they'll make a run into the playoffs, but then get defeated by the Braves.
Oh, I can hear it now. I can hear the chop ready to go in Atlanta. Have
Speaking
to.
of the, speaking of the Braves, I was at a game against the Dodgers a couple of days ago. hmm
How did that go?
They lost.
Ah, no. The Dodgers are an all-star team, man. You don't. There's nothing to be upset about. So at that point, I want to get your thoughts on the Red Sox, man, because they are my team. I have my hat in my room somewhere, but I didn't want to wear it because it's probably gonna mess up with my hair or something like that. But since you are the baseball expert, man, I do need to get your take on it so it can potentially either make me feel better or make me a little motivated to watch some more games.
I feel like the Red Sox are just a team that can do anything they want. Like these last few years, they've either been really good or really bad. And with the players they have, I feel like they'll do really good. And into the future, they'll have a really young team with Xander Bogaerts and Rafael Devers on that team. I think they'll have a chance at making a playoff push this year.
Yeah, because last year broke my heart, Tyler. Let me tell you, with that Astros series, right here, man, I was so sad because I thought we had it.
I honestly thought that the Rays were about to win that series because I thought usually I would think, but in real life, usually that would be like a home run when you lost. Well, you get another base, but when you hit the ball out, but I'm guessing the playoffs is different.
Yeah, I don't know what game that was, but I know you're talking about where it kind of went in and out, and it was some sort of ground rule type situation. I'm not as big into the rule book as potentially you are, but I know that was super controversial in that playoff run last year.
Yeah, and I just think that Astros series, yeah, that I thought they were gonna win it too against beat the Astros, the Red Sox, but
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but it happens, and the Braves ended up beating them, so that I got my justice in a way. Couldn't let the team that beat us take over and win the World Series. Would have broken my heart there. What are you wearing a jersey there, bud?
yeah,
What's that? What's that jersey, man?
a Christian McCaffrey jersey for the Panthers.
Oh, Christian. Yeah, for my YouTube audience, you can see the posters and the flag that Tyler has in his background. But Christian McCaffrey, yeah, the LeBron, and then we got the Panther stuff.
And then on the other side, I have a Goldschmidt and a Cardinals thing over there. And then I have a Molina poster somewhere over here.
All right. What are you thinking, Christian McCaffrey? This is the season he starts to turn it around, play healthy once again, and show us that the player that he is.
I hope.
I love that. I love that. Tyler, do you have any other bold predictions? I've really enjoyed this conversation. Before we potentially wrap things up, do you have any other teams that you want to talk about? Maybe you have some questions for me that you're interested about. I'm all ears, man.
There's one more team I would like to talk about.
Okay.
Is the Golden State Warriors.
Oh, I knew that was coming. What do you got for me, buddy? What do you got for me?
I thought that the Celtics had that series, but then the Warriors, you can't beat Steph Curry.
You can't.
LeBron.
He haunts my nightmares every time, man. That just
What's your favorite team?
I'm a Celtics fan, so that was a
team.
Was that?
That's my dad's team.
Yeah.
Angry there in that series.
That was tough, man, because you just have a player like Curry that has, I think, this is me personally. I said it on the show, for my audiences listen to our NBA Finals breakdowns. I think Steph Curry is probably the most talented offensive player that we've ever seen play in the NBA. It's just the way that he's able to draw contact, the way he's able to just pull up from literally anywhere. He was pulling up from the logo, he was pulling up from the side, the corner, and he just does this little 1, 2, 3 thing. He is insane, Tyler. And I honestly thought when we won Game 3 in Boston that we had a unique opportunity to be able to close out the series, maybe win both home games, and it just didn't work out. We got Steph Curried for sure.
Mm-hmm.
It was tough, man. I'm looking for, what's your first idea potentially for a video when the Sports Talk with Tyler channel comes back on?
I'm trying to think. Probably, I feel like it's gonna be around like college football season, so maybe like a college football video.
Yeah.
that.
Very much looking forward to that. I think that guys, if you're around and you see Sports Talk with Tyler, that is certainly a channel and a video you're going to want to check out for sure. Tyler, do you have anything you want to add before we wrap up the show? This has been a fantastic conversation.
No.
No? I hope you enjoyed, man. That was super fun bringing on a young sports mind like you who can really talk with the best for sure. Yeah.
Thank you for having me.
Of course, man. Guys, this was episode 96 of the Man with the Plan podcast. Wasn't as long as we probably hoped for, but we have episodes planned in the future. We got some stuff with interviews that I'm really excited about. This was episode 96, our young sports mind and Tyler Hartig joining us to talk about the Braves, Kevin Durant, I keep saying Sam Darnold, Baker Mayfield, and the Panthers. Really hope you enjoyed, guys. Subscribe for more and make sure you subscribe to Sports Talk with Tyler when he drops the debut back, his epic return for sure. We're on Spotify and Apple Podcasts as well. So make sure if you're listening in the radio or you're driving to work that you go and give Tyler a listen. Thank you guys as always. Have a fantastic week and take care.